Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. Hope you are well. I wanted to talk about what I think we must do going forward right now. We're in a holiday season right now. We're coming up on 2022, New Year. And many of us, as we've been talking about, many of us are very concerned, wary of 2022, especially early 2022, for many reasons, as we've been talking about. But I want to focus on how we should glide through that into the new year. And before I go into any details, a little background. I mean, if you're just thinking about the United States, the early times of the forming of the United States, it was formed or it was founded, I believe, generally on a spirit of rebellion, for one thing, many other things, but there was a rebellion against the crown of England. And of course, the colonies had been around for a while. And even before that, people were coming here for a new start to escape tyranny. They seeked a new start, new freedom, more freedom, self determination. They were escaping excessive taxes, many things. If you look at our founding fathers, I mean, they risked everything. I mean, they put everything on the line, and these guys were pretty young, most of them. And they risked everything. Some lost everything, including their lives in this. But when you think about, I mean, it would be fascinating to warp back there and just observe the conversations, going on. But to put everything on the line for this experiment in freedom. I mean, really, I mean, think about that. But I mean, they had to have a serious motivation and conviction to do this, to put everything down like this. But they believed in inalienable rights, like self-defense, freedom of religion, uh, freedom, the inalienable right to defend yourself and pursue freedom. Basically, I mean, on a base level. Um, think about how shaky that union was in the early days, those early years. If it had failed, if it had flopped, which it very, almost it could have, very well could have, they would have met a very unpleasant, terrible end. Put it that way. Okay. So this spirit of rebellion, this spirit of seeking freedom and individuality. It's in our genes, so to speak. I believe it's in our ancestry, our DNA, if you will. So it is in us, in a lot of us. So keep that in mind. I mean, Thomas Jefferson once said that, or referred to this as that a government that fears the people, you have liberty. When the people fear the government, generally runs into tyranny. Okay, what do we have now? I mean, really think about it. It's really a tough call, I believe. Um, Look around the world, you know, in comparison. What would you do without freedom? And I know some of you are going to say, "Dog, we don't have total freedom." I understand what you're saying, but you know what I mean. What would you do without freedom or relative freedom that we have now? That we've enjoyed for years. What would you do? My concern is that the next generation or the younger generation, without a proper understanding of history, of our history, they're a little too quick. Not all, I mean, not all, but many are just too quick to give that up, out of convenience, or just go along with it, you know. So that is my setup here. That is just my thoughts, my belief. Let me know what you think, of course. So what do we do now? You know, I believe there's several things. I believe we must stick together. We must be supportive of each other, uh, whether that's in person, whether that's here. You know, help each other out best you can, best as you're able. You know, help others that are around you, your neighbors, as you're able. You know, uh, they may be able to help you at some point. we must resist tyranny at every turn. Okay? Live your life. Get together with family, friends, those you enjoy being around, in person if at all possible. Okay? Live your life. Don't get too bogged down in the news cycle. I know I'm guilty of this sometimes, but don't get too bogged down in the news cycle that just beats you down. You know, it's like they want that to happen to you. Branch out there, live. You know, celebrate the small things. Even celebrate life. Celebrate the small victories. Think for yourselves. You know, just don't take anything the media or those in authority, government, say. You know, think for yourself. Question it. It's okay to question it. Question it all. You know, do your research. Talk with others, those you trust. Remain strong. We must remain strong physically, mentally, and spiritually. Need all three. We've got to take care of our bodies physically the best that we can, the best that we're able. We need to exercise our body. We need to exercise our mind. And we need to really stay in good shape spiritually as well. Okay. And as far as Christians, you know, most of us are Christians. That's keeping in the Word, and that's praying. That's getting together with others if you can, to worship, to study. And it's Sunday, so I have to have a verse. You know, I'm going to have a verse or something for you. So as far as being strong, I am going to read from 2 Corinthians. 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 9 through 10. Tell you the truth, I'm not even sure which translation this is, or version this is, but it might be NIV, but I'm not sure. Anyway, but he said to me, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly of my weaknesses, so that the power of Christ may rest upon me. For the sake of Christ, then, I am content with my weaknesses, insults, hardships, persecutions, calamities. For when I am weak, I am strong. With him you are strong." Always. Keep that in mind. Keep praying. Keep close to him. That's my advice. That's my message. Share your thoughts on this and the other things that I talked about. Feel free to do that. I appreciate all the comments and support out there. Keep that up. For now, I will say, take care of yourself. Be aware. God bless you. I will see you soon.